We're back. We're going to talk about goalies. Of course, your favorite subject, Bucky, because
Yes.
I know how crazy they can be and
Yes.
how valuable they can
Yes.
be. And we'll talk about a few teams here in the NHL. Now, which goaltending situation on or off the ice will be the most compelling this year? Toronto, Vancouver, Philadelphia, New Jersey, or is there another team you guys think I missed?
I think New Jersey's going to be interesting. I think Schneider went from a bad situation in Vancouver into even a worse situation in New Jersey. But we won't hear much about it because it's New Jersey. We will hear everything about Toronto every day and get sick of it on the Toronto Sports Network. But that's what you're going to hear all the time about the Leafs, the Leafs, the Leafs.
Oh, I'm heading over to Vancouver. They've got Luongo, who of course got lit up, against the Oilers, which if the Oilers are lighting you up, wow. But no, I just think Vancouver is in big trouble because if Luongo does not find his game back, if he does not get some sort of sense of I'm a starter, this is my role, this is my team, they have no backup. They have two guys that played like junior hockey, like American League hockey, and so what happens if Luongo, he doesn't want to be on that team, he was disappointed when he was not traded. You know he's not 100% committed to your team. So what happens if he lets in 7 goals on the first game and 5 on the next and has to get yanked for the third? Who you guys have? You have a bunch of money all holed up with your forwards, and your one goalie. But who do you have backing up Luongo if his game's not there?
I'm sure Vancouver fans and the media are just hoping that this is the notorious slow start that Luongo is used to, and then he picks it up. Of course, it's an Olympic year, so I think he has another chip on his shoulder.
And you have a coach in Tortorella that's so meek and mild and low-key kind of guy. And I'm sure if Bobby Lou has some tough starts that Torts will kind of send him in the right direction.
Well, you know what? With Tortorella, he loves his goalies. So I'll
Yes,
say
he
this.
does.
He will get plenty of time to rebound in the regular season. And it's just preseason. I don't really count this. This is just more of an exercise.
I will
That's
say,
what I'll
though,
say that.
Luongo has become my new favorite person on Twitter. I don't know if you guys
Well,
follow him.
I don't know much
not
about
if
Twitter.
Tortorella will
one.
have something. with it,
I'm
though.
telling you guys this right now. He is fantastic online.
Let's go to high school football. Of course, the Wheatland Football League has been great so far. Some great action within the local teams in the surrounding area. We got Holy Rosary taking on St. Paul last Friday. A great tilt. You had the defending champions taking on a team that was undefeated at the time. Of course, St. Paul with the victory. But there were 2 questionable hits in the game, and of course, 2 questionable, or at least a questionable situation involving both coaches. Now, would you or could you blame both coaches for their reactions, and were both the plays late hits?
I was at the game. I missed the first blowout, though. I came right afterwards, but watching it. I noticed that afterwards, though, a lot of the kids were... It became heated, and I think that, especially these are high school kids, so I don't think they really 100% know how to rein in their feelings just yet. And I found that it was a really heated game. And of course, you're going to feed off your coaches, right? So if your coaches are going to be beaking off at one another, screaming at one another, and anytime an opposition player comes near your bench or your sidelines and they're freaking out on them, that game was just completely heated. I'm actually very surprised it did not go worse. I'm actually very surprised there wasn't a bigger illegal hit, because those 2 hits were a little late, I will say.
My oldest boy played a few years with Holy Rosary, so I know, and played bantam before that, so I know football games can get heated, whether it be the bantam level, midget, or the high school level. The thing is, let the players play the game. The coaches coach, the players play. Coaches leave other players alone. And you see it in hockey too. We'll see it in our level, where you'll have coaches beak at the other team's players. I can't stand that. Let the players play, you coach and shut up.
All right, guys, we'll talk about the Riders. Can I finally say there's trouble in Riderville? They've lost 3 straight now. They're tied with BC. They've actually dropped because BC has the slight edge in the series so far. They still have 2 more games to go against the Lions. But is there trouble right now in Riderville, the way things are, the way the injuries have mounted up, and the lack of offense, especially in that first half, which has killed this team the last 3 games?
Well, you're taking the whole one dimension out of the Riders' offense. Sheets is out of the offense. Durant passed for over 50 attempts on Sunday. I think they ran the ball only 10 times. So we used to have a balanced offense where Sheets and passing was pretty well 50-50 as the game went on. It's not that way anymore. It's all about Durant. Durant has an injured pinky. Chris Milo hits the upright twice, and actually when he was warming up at halftime, hit the upright a 3rd time. So how does that happen for a kicker hit the upright 3 times in the game? The thing about the Riders fans, they're very passionate. they're almost too passionate to a fault. Where right now, it's like jumping off the Titanic for some of the Riders fans. Be calm, be cool, go to Montreal, get out of Saskatchewan right now. That's what they need. They need to get out of there, go to Montreal, regroup as a team, get a win, and then get another win in BC. Then everything will be peachy.
Pretty much the same thing. Of course, you're dealing with off-field issues, and you never know how that's going to affect a team. But I really do think right now it's a fall from grace because they're losing against teams that they should not be losing against, or you're neck
It's tough
and neck,
against
right?
BC though.
Yeah,
They have
but
BC
that's what I'm
and
saying.
Calgary.
But
Those are very tough
that's the
teams.
thing is you're either losing against teams that you're way better than, or you're losing against teams that you cannot lose against because that's who you're competing with. But I just think it's best. Sometimes when the spotlight's on you just too much, that situation is just going to blow up on itself. That exactly hit the road. That's probably the best thing a team could do is just get out of town and try and regroup.
Very quickly, I want to get a quick answer from you guys. Deshaun Goldson was suspended for his hit on Darren Sproles. That got reduced to a $100,000 fine. Now, of course, you had Merriweather for Washington, who had 2 hits, both of them which I think were a lot worse than what Goldson did. But yet he only got fines. Now, how does this look on Roger Goodell and the NFL when they're trying to get tough on this stuff, but yet wither and fail once it goes to arbitration?
Well, they know that they can get away with these sort of things, and just gotta argue it. You get suspended, you fight it, and then now it's just a fine. So, and Goldson got in trouble 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, he got a warning, but compared to the hit that you saw other guys do, and
Yeah.
he got fines for, he got a suspension, which to me was unfair, and I thought the arbitrator got it right.
Oh, excuse me. You know what? I know what the NFL is trying to do. They're trying to clean up the game, but to a certain point, it's still a very physical game. It's a very contact sport, and things are going to happen.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have over-under next.